Okay, we are recording. Okay, so here's our assignment. Assignment number, copy this down, number 36, conic sections, 1 through 18 all. We're doing circles today. Okay, write this down for your notes. Write it down in your composition book. Make sure you write it in your composition book. Okay, I'm going to remove this in 10 seconds unless someone still needs it.
I still need it.
All right, very good. So I haven't talked about this second section here. I haven't talked about the square. I should have covered this up, but you might as well start writing this now. Here is the equation of a circle. Okay? So if you could pause from writing here for a second so I can explain this, and then I'll give you time to write this. But the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where the center of the circle is h and k. Remember those letters before? Notice they're in subtraction. So negative is going to be positive and positive is going to be negative in this. Same thing here. Just like the k, no, the h, negative is positive, positive is negative. Remember with negative we'd go right, positive we went left. Same thing here. The h is the horizontal center, the k is the vertical center, and the r is the radius. Okay, so make sure you write all that down. And then we're going to do something kind of crazy here. And I need to teach you some other things before we go to graphing the circle. It's called completing the square, which, I don't know. Hopefully you've seen it before, because I need to teach it, but I'm going to teach it fairly quickly, completing the square. So if I go too fast, I'm leaving it up to you. I'm going to assume that you've seen it. So I'm going to teach quickly as if you've seen it before. If you've never seen it, probably means you haven't seen it. That means other people haven't seen it. So say, Sensei, you're going too fast. Okay? So I'm not gonna, this is like medium Godzilla time. Write it if you need it. Don't write it if you don't. But I'm going to go quick here. This is not graphing circles. This is a skill that you need to graph circles. It's called completing the square. Okay. Now, let's say I have an equation that looks like this. Y equals x squared plus 8x minus 1. Okay, this one I want you to just watch. Don't write this one down for sure. Okay, because this is going to be the basics of the beginning. If you want to do it, but I'm going to suggest not to. Just watch what's going on. Okay, completing the square. Here we go. I'm going to complete the square. By the way, before I do that, let's talk about perfect squares. Real quick. Again, don't write this down. Y equal is x plus 3 squared. See how that's a square? That's a perfect square, right? Or y equals x minus 7 squared. That's a perfect square. Now, when we graph it, right, this is graphing form. This gives me my h is -3, my k is -8. See how there's a perfect square here? Now this makes this graphable. X minus 7 squared plus 2, then that means my vertex is 7, 2. But these are perfect squares. What we're going to do is we're going to take this equation right here and we're going to make it look like that by completing the square so we can graph it. Okay, I haven't shown you that, but I'm going to show it to you right now. Now, again, this is Godzilla time. Don't write this down because I'm going to show you the way it's going to work with the circles. But first, quick review of completing the square. It goes like this. Y equals x squared plus 8x. First step, you move the 1 over there. Okay? Now, you take this 8 and the number in front of x, which is 8, you take the 8 and you divide it by 2, and then you square it. Okay? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Okay? Some teachers show this. They like to do the graphic organizer. If you like that, you have x squared plus 8. You take the 8, you have x squared. You take the 8, you divide by 2, which is 4x, 4x. And then you fill the outside of the box. What times what? Well, this is x times x. This has to be 4. And then you say, what's 4 times 4? 16. We get that number 16. That's our magic number. You can either divide by 2 and square it, or you can do this box, which basically divides by 2, and then 4 times 4 is squaring it. You get the 16. That 16 is our magic number. We have to add 16 right there. We just made that a perfect square. But I changed the whole value of this equation. I can't just add 16. That's irresponsible. So I have to balance it out. If I add 16, I'm also going to take away 16. Because, real quick, what is 16 take away 16? Kayla? Kayla, what is 16 take away 16?
0.
Yes, so I did not change the value of the equation. I add 16 and take away 16, it's 0. Now, because of this right here, okay? See that? Because I added that 16 to that. I'm going to ignore this here for a second. I made this a perfect square trinomial because I added 16 to that. And that's going to equal square root of x squared is x. What's the square root of 16? 4. And then this is the plus. I put a plus there. And then I go -1 minus 16 is -17. And now that is completing the square. So now I can graph this by knowing that the vertex is 4 to the left and 17 down. This equals that. Okay? So just out of curiosity, I'm looking at you guys right now. Raise your hand if you've seen that before. I've seen that before. Jacob, you never seen it before? Donald, you never seen it before?
Nope.
All right. Ariana? Okay. So you guys, Roberto, you've seen it? Did you raise your hand?
Yeah.
Roberto?
Yeah, I have seen it.
Where'd you see it?
I saw it in my 8th grade class.
Okay. So not last year. I'm guessing last...
I kind
in
of
math-
remember, but I don't remember how to do it.
You've seen it? You see it last year, Ariana?
No, I saw it with Roberto in 8th grade because we had the same.
Okay. Okay, well, at least you've seen it. That's one good thing. Okay, so let's do a couple here. Okay, so Godzilla time is over. I want you to do this with me, okay? Here we go. Because you got to know, you have to understand how to do this in order to graph these circles. All right? So here we go. Sorry, I got to present. I want you guys to complete the square with me. Well, actually, let's do it the way the circles do it, okay? So circles is a little bit different. So take notes with this. We're not going to do with circles. The main thing is you have to take that number, which is the b, divide by 2 and square it. If you can do that, that's the whole thing, right? If you can do this, how I took this 8 and I divided by 2 and I squared it, that's 16. If you can get that number, you could go to this easily. Boom. Okay? That's the main thing. And then you also have to balance it out, right? You have to make sure if I add 16 and take away 16. However, circles are a little bit different. Circles will look something like this. So write this down. x squared plus 6x minus 1 equals 0. Circles will not have the y like this. It won't be y equals. There's going to be a y in it, but it's not going to look like this. It's going to look more like this than the one we did before. So here's what you do. Let's move this 1 over here by adding 1. So you're doing this with me. And you put a little space there. Okay? So instead of the y, like before, like this one before, I had it y equals, I'm going to set it all equal to 0. This is more of what the circles are going to look like. This technique. Okay. Now remember I said, here's the thing. You have to know, take this number, divide by 2. This is the b, right? This is the b. b divided by 2 squared. So you take the 6, you divide by 2, and you square it. That's the magic number that you need. Okay? So what number is that I put there? 6 divided by 2 squared. That's the main thing, okay? Let's go with Matthew. What do you think that number is going to be? What number am I going to put here, Matthew?
I don't know.
Wait, Matthew, I said this right here. What's this, homie? Come on, are you paying attention?
Oh, wait. 3?
No. I'm going to give you a second to think about it. 6 divided by 2 squared, homie.
Oh, 9.
Thank you so much. So Matthew said the magic, I take the 6, I divide by 2. That's the main thing you guys have to, please, if you're not paying attention, pay attention, because you're going to get so lost in this. You take this number, you divide by 2, and you square it. That's all you have to do. Matthew said 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Now, I cannot just randomly add 9 to an equation. This is now 9 more. Before I took away 9. But since this is 9 more, it has to be equal to this. Instead of taking away 9 on this side, I'm going to add 9 more over there. Now it's balanced. It was unbalanced when I added 9. This is the only thing we do different from the one I showed you before. Now it's balanced, and this is 9 over here. Okay? Are there any questions before I move on to the next step? It's crucial that you understand this. So then, this is now a perfect square because of that magic 9 there. So this now becomes boom, boom, squared equals. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of our magic 9 is 3. Because there's a plus here, I put a plus equals 10. That's what the circles is going to look like. Okay. Here's what I'm going to have you guys do. This is going to be crazy, and it's going to be awkward. You're not going to like this.
Is that like a whole new equation?
Whole new equation that I'm doing here. Yeah, write it down. Okay, I'm going to do the first step. I'm going to have you guys work on this, okay? And then, I'm sorry to say, I'm going to try this out, but it's up to you guys. I'm going to put you in groups. I'm going to ask your group to solve it. It's going to be awkward, and you're going to hate being in the groups with the people that I tell you, okay? But I'm going to explain my, not that you're going to hate it. You're probably going to, you're going to like each other. You're just probably, some of you won't know each other, and you're just going to feel awkward. It's not like you're going to hate it. It's going to be awkward. I don't care. I'll explain what I'm doing in just a second. What's my first step that I need to do, though? Do you guys remember? You want to bring the number over here by taking away 4. Probably don't remember that. So x squared minus 8x equals negative 4. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I want you to complete the square for this now. We're going to complete the square for this. X squared minus 8x equals negative 4. Think of the number you're going to put here, and I want it to look like this. Okay, I'm going to put you into your groups. Now, you guys have this written down because I'm going to stop sharing here in just a second. Have it written down. X squared minus 8x blank equals negative 4. What number are you going to put here? And by the way, there's a minus here, so the sign's going to change. Okay, you're going to have to complete the square. Here's what I'm going to have you guys do. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Here it goes. I'm stop sharing. Does anyone need? I'm going to get rid of this in 10 seconds. I'm assuming you have it written down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. You guys are going to go into your groups. Can I do this? You're going to go into your groups, and I'm going to pick on one of you at random to solve this. Your whole group, you got to give me the answer, okay? Now, I may ask you that question, or I may also ask you, what is your favorite pony? Is it Fluttershy? Is it Rainbow Dash? Is it Applejack? Is it, who's another one? Who's the princess one, the purple one? She's like the princess in charge of there's 6 of them. I can't, Twilight Sparkle. Twilight Sparkle. Is it Twilight Sparkle? Right? Now, I might ask you who your favorite pony is, or I might ask you to complete the square. You don't know. So if I ask Jay, I'll probably ask Jay, I'll say, hey, Jay. So let's say Jay and Donnell are in the same group. I'm going to say, Jay, who's Donnell's favorite pony? I'm not going to ask Jay who his favorite pony is. So Jay has to ask Donnell who his favorite pony is. Okay? I'm going to ask you the pony question first, and then I'm going to ask you the math question. I'm going to put you in your groups. You got to ask each other what your favorite pony is. Applejack, Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Rarity, right? She's the pretty one. Rarity. Don't ask me how I know this. I'm a brony. Okay? That's right. I think there's another one. Is there a 6th one? I feel like there's 6. Friendship is magic. Okay, pony question first and answer the question. Here we go. Yes, Jay's already asked in chat. That's fine. No chat questions. You can't do that. Okay, here we go. Here we go and go. Click it. You got to click it. If you don't click it, you're gonna be sitting here by yourself looking at me awkwardly. Would you rather look at me awkwardly or the other people? Go ahead and get into your groups right now. It's coming. It's coming. Who's your favorite pony first? Then start solving the question. Get it done. Okay, I don't know if you guys like that. Let's see. Let's all go back. So, all right, you're all coming back. Okay, that was it. Most of you got it. So I don't know if that was awkward or not, or what you guys thought. I always think it's awkward going in another room with someone else, but you guys seem pretty good there. Okay, so the answer, real quick, I take this -8, I divide by 2, and then I square it, right? -8 divided by 2 is -4. -4 squared is positive 16. It's a positive. But to balance it out, I have to add 16 over there. And my final answer will be square root of x squared is x, square root of 16 is 4, minus in between this time because of the -8, and 16 minus 4 is 12. And most of you got that. Okay, so that's not the circle thing. Let's start doing the circles. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the circle problems. Are there any questions? Am I going too fast? Am I going super fast right now? Are there any questions? Tell me if... Okay. So the first 1 through 12 asks us to identify the center and the radius of each circle. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Here we go. Let's do number 1. X squared. So we're doing the homework now. And I'm going to go fast here because I'm going to assume that you get this. If not, slow me up. X squared plus y squared equals 49. Well, I don't have an h and k. Remember, my formula is this. Look, have it in your paper. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. R. What's a pirate's favorite letter? Okay. So the way I could write this is x minus 0. There's no number there. X minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 49. Okay, what's the center of my circle there? Let's do this quick. Let's go with, let's see, how do I get out of here? Okay. Carlos, what's the center of my circle? So we can move on. Let's go, Carlos. Woo! Bring it, Carlos.
I don't know.
Yes, he's correct. It's 0, 0 is the center of my circle. Very good, Carlos. That's amazing. Okay, what is my radius? Gracie, what's my radius of this circle? And I'll give you a hint. It is not 49.
Is it 7?
Yes, very good, because 7 squared is 49. That's my circle, center and radius. Let's do another one. Are there any questions on that?
Yes, how much is 7?
The end is r squared. So if I was to see this here, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is r squared. It's not. So the way I'd rewrite this, it'd be x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 49 is 7 squared. It's r squared. So you have to just take the square root of this number, basically. Just take the square root of that number.
I get it now.
Okay, so number 3, you have to do all of them. You guys have to do 2, but I think you can figure this out. This one is 0, 0, and whatever the square root of 324 is, okay? So number 3, I'm going to do this very quickly. X plus 2 squared equals y minus 3 squared equals 183. Okay, so let's look at 3. I'm going to ask you, let's go with, let's scroll here. Let's go with Marilla. Marilla, what's the center of my circle here for number 3? Right here. What's the center?
2,
Go ahead.
3? Or,
Okay. Go like.
oh, -3.
Ooh, that's not what I meant. Sorry. Change the signs.
-2, 3.
Perfect. Remember, it's the opposite. It's going to be the opposite. Make sure you get that. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. And let's go with Roberto. Where am I here? Roberto. There we go. Roberto, what's my radius?
I know it's gonna be some funky number.
Yes. Tell me how you get it. That's all you need to do.
Square root it.
Square root what?
183.
Square root of 183 is the radius. That's all you have to put. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Am I going too fast? Okay, stop me if I'm going too fast. Now, here's where the craziness comes in, is number 9. Look at number 9. It's not in that nice, neat form. Number 9 equals 364 plus 28y. Let's zoom it in so you guys can see. Probably better for you like that. Is that better? 364 plus 28y. Better for me anyway. Plus y squared plus x squared equals negative 26. Okay, I'm going to click it over to my sloppy handwriting here. Okay, there's number 9.
It's negative 26x.
Oh, is it? Thank you. Let me double check, make sure, because if I don't, yeah, okay. Okay, now, to make this work, here's what I need to do. The first step is cleaning it up by bringing, if you look at our regular equation here, it's x togethers, y's togethers, and the number over here, right? Number with no x's or y's. So we're going to bring the 364 over here, so that'll help us get our radius. And bring the negative 26 over here, okay, on the left side. And let's bring the x's and the y's together. Okay, so first, I'm going to do this one step at a time. Let's bring the negative 364 over here. Okay, bring it over there. So now it's 28y plus y squared plus x squared equals negative 26x minus 364. First step, bring the 364 over there. Now let's bring this 26x over here where all the x's are. So let's add 26x. Let's add 26x. So this will be 28y plus y squared plus x squared plus 26x equals negative 364. So now I brought the 26x over here. Now, let's put the x's and y's together, even though they are. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Let's bring the x's and y's together. So I'm going to say x squared plus 26x. Put those first. Now let's do a space. Y squared plus 28y space equals negative 364. Okay, you guys with me? Now I'm going to take this 26. This is my b. I'm going to divide it by 2, and I'm going to square it. Right? That's my b. 26 divided by 2 is 13. 13 squared is positive 169. Now I can't just add 169 over here without balancing it out, since it has to be equal. This side now has 169 more. To keep it equal, I have to add 169 over here. Put a plus here in front of the y. That's a plus. Okay, so what should go here? Based on everything that we've done. You guys try to figure that out. What goes there? And if you ever get it, I'll wait. I'm going to wait. Don't say anything for another 30 seconds. See if anyone can get this. Try to get this on your own. It's key that you can get that. And then make sure you add it over here on this side. Okay. times up. What number? Someone tell me, what number do I add up here? What number do I get?
196.
Correct, 196. Are there any questions? Please speak up on how we got 196. And then you make sure you add the 196 over here. Any questions on how I got 196? We're almost done. I don't even know. Let's see what you guys look like here. Okay, all right. You guys are still looking at me. Okay, so now we're almost done. Now we're going to complete the square. We made these perfect squares. Look at my little square there. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 169 is 13. Put a plus in the middle. Plus square root of y squared is y. Square root of 196. We just did that. Do it in your calculator. What is 196 square root? 14. Because there's a plus there, we get a plus equals. Now we add all of these up. Negative 364 plus 169 plus 196, put my square here, is equal to 1. And then now we can graph the circle. That's all you got to do. That was number 9. Are there any questions on those? Okay. I will assume that we understand that. Let's go to graphing them. Should we go to graphing? Jose.
Yeah,
Jose, are you there? Is this making sense to you?
yeah, a lot more sense than the other thing that we were learning, log.
Oh, more than logs? Yes. Yeah, that's true. The logs were kind of a pain. Joshua. Hey, Joshua.
Yeah.
Is this making sense to you?
Yeah.
All right. Jasmine, how about you?
Kind like a little bit. I'm like catching on to it. My screen
Okay.
like not showing up, so it's like I don't know. My Wi-Fi is.
You always have trouble with you. Is it your Wi-Fi or your computer? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure it's my Wi-Fi. My computer's fine.
That sucks. I'm sorry to
It's just
hear
like
that.
when I don't know. It's okay.
We got to get that school opened up. But, you know, it's craziness with this pandemic. Who knows when we're going to get back? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, I'm doing 13. Shoot, I just dropped my calculator. We're doing 13. Here we go. And then this will be the last one. How are we doing on time? I think we're okay. I think I'll be able to let you guys go pretty soon. Let's see. Oh, okay. I think this will work here. Okay, I'm doing 13. I'm making a graph. You guys are gonna have to make, if you want to print that sheet up, you can and just do it on there, or you just do it on graph paper, whatever you guys want. But you have to make you need to graph those circles, okay? But once it's in our graphing form, this is pretty simple to graph. So what I would do is I would say, hey, what is the center of the circle here? Actually, I'm going to ask you guys, what's the center? That's half the battle. Jaylene, what's the center of the circle? Jaylene, can I not hear you? Is my volume down? What's
I
the
don't
center,
know.
Jaylene? You know. Look where my fingers are. What's my center? Give it a guess.
X and -2. I mean 1 and
Okay,
-2.
almost there. And someone help her out. Let's see. Jaylene, pay attention to see what you did wrong here. Let's see. Gracie, help Jaylene out. She was almost there. Almost there. What's the center?
-1 and 2.
-1 and +2. Jaylene, you see what you did
Positive.
there? You got to switch
Yeah.
the signs, okay?
Yeah.
All right. What's my radius? Let's go with Ethan. What's my radius?
Is it 3?
Very good. So my radius is 3, -1, 2. All you got to do is just go -1, +2. There's my center. My radius is 3. So from my center, I go over 1, 2, 3. Go over 1, 2, 3. Go up 1, 2, 3. Make sure you do it on the lines. 1, 2, 3. And then you should get your circle. And are there any questions? That's pretty much the lesson for circles. Circle lesson. Circle lesson. Circle lesson. Circle lesson. Are there any questions on the circle lesson?
What are those letters that you put right there?
Oh, this?
Why?
TAYGTD.
Yeah, what is that?
That's all you got to do.
Oh.
I always
Very
thought
important.
that was like your signature or something since you kept putting it at the end of lessons.
No, it's just say when it's simple, I say that's all you got to do. Boom. It's code. Sorry, was that confusing you guys? Because I'm really not sorry. I did put it to confuse you. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. Jaylene, how come I can't see you?
My camera's on.
Oh my gosh. Hey, are there any questions? Okay, if you want to do more examples, stay after. Otherwise, you can go. Tomorrow's Friday. Remember, we started a weird time on Friday. Bye, Kayla. Bye, Taylor. Bye, Gianna. Bye, Jacob. Bye, Jasmine. Bye, Natalie. Bye, Ethan. Bye, Joshua. Bye, Gracie. Bye, Brandon. Bye,
When's
Marilla.
the last day
Bye,
we can turn in
Matthew.
late work anyways?
What's that, Jose?
When's the last day we can turn in late work?
Next week.
Next week?
Yeah, because there's finals after that. I should
Yeah.
put an official date. So get it. If you get it in this week, you're good. I'll find a date for next week. I haven't thought about it though.
All right.
You know what I
Thank-
mean? Because the semester is going to be over and my grades are going to be sealed. They'll be done. So are you
All right, see you,
still
Sensei.
Jose?
Oh,
Are you
yeah?
still sick? Are you still sick?
No, they said I'm all right now that I can come in contact, but I still, well, now I was saying that I'd stay like a week or more, a week or two in quarantine just in case. But yeah, I think
Oh.
I'm safe now.
But how do you
Like, I'm
feel?
good. I feel all right, just tired like always.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Mm.
But you're probably going crazy being in the house all the time.
Well, I do want to go out, but my mom doesn't really let me since we don't have the time, I'd say, because
To
home
go out?
problems.
But are you supposed to stay at home? Because can you go out now after being sick?
Well, my mom's saying yeah we can, but I'd rather not risk it. But they say that we can go out now, like
Oh,
the
that's
can't
good.
give into health.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you're doing that. I'm just wondering, are you going crazy being in the house all the time now, or are you okay?
Yeah, I'm going. My mental state isn't the greatest.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you go out like just for a walk or something? Or maybe that's not enough for you.
I mean I'd like to do that, but my mom kind of keeps me in the house.
Oh, even if like you stay away from people and you have a mask and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, hang in there, man. That's tough. I feel for you.
All
But
right. See you, Sensei.
all right, I'll let you go, Jose. It's good talking to you, man. Okay, bye.